There's a little button quietly draining the bank accounts of an entire generation. And it's disguised as the smartest money move you can make. It says, pay in 4, no interest, split it up, easy. Right now, 59% of young people use it. And here's the part nobody talks about. 57% of them have already missed a payment. More than half. So this thing, marketed as the responsible interest-free way to buy, is tripping up the majority of the people who use it. Let me show you exactly how this trap works, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Meet Jordan. And right away, let's be clear, Jordan is not reckless. He's careful even. He's standing in an online checkout and the total is $200. That's a real chunk of money to drop all at once. But then he sees it. 4 easy payments of $50, no interest, 0. So why would he pay $200 now when he could pay $50 now and barely feel it? He taps it. And honestly, it feels brilliant. It feels like he just outsmarted the entire system. That little hit of I got away with something, that exact feeling is what they are selling him. And it's the opening move in a trap that has been engineered very carefully to separate Jordan from a lot more money than he thinks. So here's the first thing pay in 4 actually does, and it's the big one. It doesn't just change how you pay, it changes how much you buy. There's a real measurable thing that happens in your brain when you hand over full price, a tiny flash of pain. $200 leaving your account hurts just enough to make you pause and ask the only question that matters. Do I actually need this? Buy now, pay later is designed to delete that pause. $50 doesn't hurt. So the question never gets asked. Research consistently shows people spend more, they buy more, and they buy pricier when they use these plans. That's not an accident, and it's not a side effect. That is the entire product. It exists to remove the one moment of friction that was quietly protecting your wallet. And you should know why it exists because it tells you everything. These companies make money 3 ways, and all 3 want you spending more. The stores pay them a cut because shoppers using pay in 4 check out with bigger carts. They collect fees when you miss a payment, and every plan nudges you toward the next purchase. You are not the customer here. Your spending is the product. Keep that in your head every time you see that button. Now here's where it turns, because Jordan didn't do this just once. The shoes were pay in 4. The concert tickets, pay in 4. A gadget, a jacket, dinner with friends. Each one by itself felt like nothing. 50 here, 40 there. But they're spread across 3 different apps, charging on 3 different days. And now Jordan has 6 separate little payment plans running at the same time. And he has completely lost track of what comes out when. This has a name, it's called stacking. And it is the beating heart of the trap. Every single piece feels harmless on its own. The pile is anything but. Then comes the day. All those invisible little payments happen to line up at once. And Jordan's checking account is just a little too low. 1 payment bounces. And in that instant, the magical 0% interest reveals what it always quietly was. Bait. Because now there's a late fee. Then maybe another. And here's the newer, nastier part. A lot of these companies now report to the credit bureaus. So a forgotten $40 installment on a hoodie can ding the credit score Jordan's going to need for an apartment or a car loan at a rate that costs him thousands. The free financing was free right up until the exact second he slipped. And make no mistake, they were counting on him slipping. So watch what happens to careful, sensible Jordan now. He pays a late fee, which leaves him even shorter the following week, which makes the next payment harder to cover, which triggers another fee. The little tool he picked up to make a $200 purchase feel easier has quietly metastasized into a tangle of debt, deadlines, and low-grade dread over a pile of stuff he mostly forgot he even bought. He didn't get greedy. He didn't get stupid. He used a product exactly the way it was designed to be used. And that That is the part that should make you a little angry. Okay, so how do you use this stuff without it using you? Here's the one rule that fixes almost everything. Before you ever tap Pay in 4, ask yourself a single question. Could I buy this right now, in full, today, without flinching? If the answer is yes, then great. Just buy it in full and skip the plan completely. You don't need it. It only adds risk. But if the answer is no, if you genuinely cannot cover the whole thing today, then listen closely, because this is the whole game. That is not a pay in 4 purchase. That is a you can't afford this yet purchase. The 4 payments never made it affordable. They just hid the price from you so you wouldn't notice. 2 more rules and they'll save you real money. First, never run more than one of these at a time. The second, you'd need a spreadsheet to keep track of your installments you have already lost. One plan paid off completely before another one ever begins, or honestly, none at all. Second, train yourself to treat every pay in 4 as the full price it actually is. When you see 4 payments of $50, your brain needs to shout $200, not $50. Say the real number out loud if you have to. The entire illusion falls apart the moment you do, because suddenly you're looking at the real price, the way they never wanted you to. And if you're already tangled up in a few of these right now, hear me on this. You are not behind, and you are absolutely not alone. Remember the number. This is most people. Here is how you climb out. Step 1, open every app and write down every single plan, every amount, every due date on one list in one place. Seeing the real total all at once is a gut punch, but that gut punch is exactly what sets you free, because now it's real and you can fight it. Step 2, stop. No new plans, none, not one, until the old ones are gone. Step 3, knock them out smallest balance first, so you rack up wins and build momentum. And step 4, turn on every payment reminder those apps offer, so a slip never costs you another fee. Because here's the truth sitting underneath all of this. Buy now, pay later was never a budgeting tool. It is a spending accelerator wearing a budgeting tool's clothes. It is engineered deliberately and honestly, brilliantly, to make you buy more than you would have, feel less than you should have, and pay more than you ever expected to. The interest-free part is not a gift. It is the bait on the hook. And the only way to win the game is to refuse to play it their way. See the price, feel the price, and pay the price. Like a grown adult, or walk away from the cart entirely. So here's your one move today. Open your phone, find every buy now, pay later app you've ever used, and just look at what you owe, all of it on one screen. That one uncomfortable minute is the moment you take the wheel back. Then going forward, you live by the single question. Could I buy this in full today? And if you can't afford it yet. And that is not deprivation. That is freedom from a trap that most people never even see closing around them. If that little pay in 4 button looks even slightly different to you than it did 9 minutes ago, good. That's the job. Subscribe, because this is exactly what we do here. Money in plain English, and I'll see you in the next one.